friends, and welcome to another video. So today in this video I'm going to be unboxing a package that I received earlier in the month of December. So a company called Grabie contacted me and asked if I would like to try out any of their art products, and I'm always a sucker for art products, so I was like, sure, why not? So they gave me a choice of what I could try out, and I chose their marker set. So the one that I got was the 30 Colors Portrait Tones Dual Head Art Markers. I'm really excited to try these out. I'm looking to do more drawing in 2022, so I was in desperate need of some markers. And they had a bunch of other things too. So they had like some acrylics, they had some watercolor, they had drawing paper, all kinds of stuff. Disclaimer, yes, these were sent to me for free, but all the opinions are 100% my own. Let's go ahead and unbox these guys. Grab my scissors. Come on. These did take a little bit to get to me, so they shipped in like, I want to say before Thanksgiving. I can't remember. I'll have to double check the date. But it did take about like 3 weeks to get to me. It's pretty normal right now, especially with everything going on in the world, you know, plague and stuff like that. Come on. Like, I wouldn't really hold that against them just because, you know, it's crazy holiday seasons. Keep that in mind if you're ordering it now just because of the delays and stuff like that. Ooh. Much thanks from Grabie Co. So it has like a little card in it saying thank you for your purchase, post on social media and stuff. Ooh, couple wrap. Okay. All right. Ooh, comes in a little bag. That's very nice. Gotta take that barcode off. So it comes in this cool little bag that has a handle on it and a zipper. Let's open these. Ooh, okay. So these are all the markers. Oh, they also included a white gel pen. That's super cool. Oh, and a pen. I've never used this brand before. It's a dual end, so one end is like the thicker. One's a fine point. Hi, Taki. So this is what the marker looks like. And then here is the fine point. Here is the chisel. Oh, it comes with a colorless blender as well. So colorless blenders are basically, by the way, these are alcohol-based markers. I didn't mention that. Alcohol-based markers, you can get something called a colorless blender, which is essentially the like base of the marker without the pigment in it, so you can blend things out. Copics has one. These are actually, you can find these at most like alcohol marker brands. So I am very excited to try these out. I'm gonna do a swatch of all of the colors. And I'm going to be using this Strathmore marker paper. I actually really do like this marker paper. It's really nice paper. It's pretty inexpensive too. You can find this at like Michael's and most art stores. So, and I'm going to try everything out. So yeah, let's do that. Alrighty, so I have my marker paper, my markers. So I'm going to write down the name, or like I'm going to do the name and then the swatch. So this is 132. Ooh, I like this pen. I'm going to use the chisel end to do the swatches. Okay, that's the first line. That's 2. That's 3. Okay, it's like a rosy, peachy color. That is a very pink color. So they built up really nicely so far. Pretty. It's like a very subtle pink. Alright. I'm not going to subject you to all the swatching, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch everything and then we'll come back. So let's go into time-lapse mode. Alrighty, so here are my completed swatches. So the first swatch is a built up swatch. So basically I ran the marker over 3 times. This one is just one stroke of the swatch, and then this is fine point nib. So ignore this because I thought I hadn't done 132, but it was the first one I did, and apparently I'm blind. Anyway, actually I do have bad eyesight, but that I digress. Anyway, yeah, so this is all the colors. They swatch very beautifully. As you can see, they build up pretty well. They're very smooth, which I like a lot, especially when it comes to like alcohol-based markers. Like, you want them to be like smooth and like blend into each other smoothly. I haven't tried blending yet. We'll do that next. So there's a nice variety of pinks. They have like warm pinks, like number 28 right here is a pretty warm pink, like a peachy pink. And then there's like cooler pinks, like 378 right here. And then like 356 and 27, and then they have like these mauve pinks in 135 and 139. And I like the fact that they included pinks and like peaches versus like reds, because reds can be just like too strong. I do like the pen that they sent. It takes a minute to dry, which can be a little bit of annoying as you're dry. Not every pen dries like super quick. Like especially like if you use like a dip pen, those take forever to dry. Yeah. So far so good. My only criticism is that you can't really do darker skin tones with this. But this is really geared more towards, I would say, light skin tones. More specifically, I would say like Asian skin tones. So this would be really good for that. And when I mean by Asian, I mean like Eastern Asian. I am going to do some blending tests with these, so we'll do that real quick. Alright, so now we're going to do the blending test to see how well these blend together. So I have my swatch card and I have a fresh piece of marker paper. Alright, so I'm just going to pick a couple. Let's do 413. This is also why you should make swatches, so you can like see what it is, because you can't always tell by like the caps how it's going to turn out. So I chose 132, 356, and 413. So I'm going to do 413 as my base. I'm going to do 132 as my shadow, and then I'm going to do 356 as like a blush. I zoomed in a little bit, so let's do the fine points. My base color again, and blend that in. Oh wow, okay. Like, these blend in pretty well together. Huh. Very nice. The blush. Now, blush can be a little bit tricky to do. Okay. Not bad. They're blending pretty well into each other. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try blending two of the pinks. So I got 209, which is the dusky rose. Oh, another cool thing too, they have it marked which one is the chisel tip and which one is the fine point. So the one with the gray at the end is the fine point, and the one without the gray is the chisel nib. So I'm gonna do this one first. And with markers, you should always go from light to dark, not dark to light, but this is just me literally playing around with them. So yeah, so there's not a lot of streaking with this. Because like sometimes with like markers, you can't blend them into each other and flaring, then it'll mess it up. So the darker is not overpowering the lighter. All right, so now we've done a little bit with the fine tips. Let's do stuff with the chisel nib. So I'm gonna go for something a little bit darker. So I'm gonna do 107, which is sands. And let's do 133, I think would be a good. So let's move that up a little bit. These colors are a little too similar to really make a difference, but they're blending in together really nice. You also have to kind of like give markers a minute to kind of like fade out, just because when you put them down, they're really saturated. So this is like for most markers. Like even like things like Copics, like it takes, because the alcohol has to evaporate and then it'll eventually like settle out into like its true color. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna take the one WG05 and I'm gonna mix it with one of the pinks, the purpley pinks. So I do want to make a little bit of disclaimer. I am by no means a marker expert. I've used markers quite a bit in the past. I'm more comfortable with like acrylics than markers, which is something I'm trying to get better at. But, it's really pretty. It's a really pretty color combo. They're blending beautifully together. Now you do have a little bit of, not a super harsh edge, but you're not going to get like that feathery like you would get with a Copic, is because all you have is the fine point tip and the chisel nib. I'm going to try it with the fine points and the chisel nib and see how that goes. So, okay. Now if you do this combination, of the chisel nib and the fine points, they go really beautifully into each other. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that is really pretty. Look at that. Oh, those are really pretty swatches. I am really impressed so far with these guys, because they are just, they blend really, really nicely. Ow. Just tapped myself with the marker when I tried to put the cap back on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment. I'm going to see if I can get see how well they layer together and like doing like darker skin tones. So I'm taking number 374 and number 209, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 209 down first. And then I'm going to lay 374 on top and see how that turns out. Yeah, it layers pretty well. They layer really nicely on top of each other, which is also something that you want. And a marker, I'm going to take the black and I'm going to take the gray and see how those two blend together, because I think this will be like the ultimate test since these are just so far on the end of the spectrum in terms of like colors. So let's do, all right, we're going to do the gray first. Remember, always layer light to dark with markers. Okay, and now we're going to go in with the black and see how well these two are going to layer together. Not bad, not bad. Those are just with the chisel nibs. So let's take, and these are like very dark, like very, 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 very different colors. Okay, oh, okay, all right. So we are getting a wee bit of a blend out with these guys. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, here is the black and the light gray. That's not bad, like at all. Like that's really good, actually. Wow. These are really nice markers. Like I'm pretty thoroughly impressed with them. And I promise everything I'm saying is my own. I can be quite hard on art supplies. I try not to be like super critical, but if I don't like something, you're gonna know I don't like something, but I do try to give everything kind of like a fair shot. So here are my final thoughts on Grabie's 30 color portrait marker set, and my recommendation is I recommend them. I like them. They blend beautifully. A lot of the colors are really nice. Yeah, and the original, like this set right here is only $23 or $24. That's less than $1 per marker. For the quality that you're getting with those, this is a great deal. My only criticism with this set, I wish there were more dark colors in here so you create a wider variety of skin tones versus just like a very pale to a medium tan skin tone. They do have other marker sets where there are darker colors in it so you can make more skin tones. So I think by combining this with one of their other with one of those would work out quite nicely. Anyway, but yeah, if you would like to grab these markers for yourself or anything else from Grabie's website, I have a discount code for you. It is SANA15, so you can get 15% off of your order. Anything on the website, not just the markers. So they have lots of other products. So yeah, I recommend them. These are quite nice markers. And if you would like to see a piece I did with these, make sure you go to my Instagram and follow me there. And if you would like to continue to follow me on this art journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And once again, follow me on Instagram if you would like to see upcoming artwork. So, alrighty, this is it for 2021. This is my last video of 2021. I hope everybody has a safe and happy new year. And yeah, I'll see you in 2022. Bye.